Entrepreneurial.
Married life.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Power Couples. What am I doing over here?
Can you fix the screen?
Yeah, what am I doing?
So close out that YouTube, just puts the X button on that tab.
Yeah.
And then come back to being able to see ourselves on Zoom so we can know that we're live.
There we
We're
are.
live. It's happening. Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going on Instagram right here.
Do you all want some extra powerful tools to help you get through any time as a couple, but especially the holiday season as an entrepreneurial couple?
We are live here. We are live on Instagram, Power Couples.
And last time we did an episode, we don't plan this. Last time we did an episode, we were both in black.
No, we're both in white. We planned this.
This time
totally.
we're both in white. We didn't plan it. So it's Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon.
We usually do our show. Now we've only done one episode, but we usually do our show together on a Thursday afternoon because Thursdays are our Friday. They're the end of the week.
Okay, in the new year, it'll be on Thursdays.
Yeah,
in the afternoon.
But we got busy. And the truth is we didn't prioritize it.
Yeah, no, we're just here. In the new year, this will be on Thursdays at 4 p.m. consistently through. Claiming it right here. And this is just here to talk about some stuff because the holidays are coming up.
Look at the microphone.
Holidays are coming up.
Microphone.
We don't even know if Mike's working. This is just working our tech shit out.
Can you make sure that that's the microphone we're supposed to use?
Yeah.
Thanks, Stephen. So we are your hosts, the Oceans. My name is Elizabeth. That is the beard that you're currently seeing close up in your screen right now is Stephen. And here we are. We're in the midst of the solstice. Oh, look,
we got Keela.
Keela. We're actually streaming there, but Steven set his phone up over there, so we can't look over there. So sorry, Instagram, we can't look at you.
But you'll be able to hear this scintillating, riveting conversation.
Scintillating and riveting. We want to know what you're all navigating over the holidays, and navigating means like, sometimes there's storms. Sometimes you don't know your way. But navigating doesn't mean like it's all easy. Navigating means like storms and shit's going to happen.
Yeah, because we live a certain way and then we go and hang out with family.
Yep.
And a couple things that happen with the dynamics of family. One is that it's the dynamics of family. And oftentimes, one of the things that happens is that people expect you to be the way that they know you as, and if you're different than that, then that can cause some conflict.
And being an entrepreneur, that's especially true because we're like weirdos in the first place.
Yeah, we are.
We're like weirdo black sheep in the first place because it's like, why don't you just go get a regular job? Or like, why can't you be normal? Or why can't you be like everybody else? And as entrepreneurs, we've never been like everybody else. No. And at first when we met, he wasn't an entrepreneur, but he already was. Like you already were. Yeah. In your heart and in your soul, like you were already that fringe person who was like, I don't want to work for somebody else. I don't want to have a regular life. So you kind of like came over to the entrepreneurial realm. Yeah. And
can never go back. Yeah. Once you see it, you can never go back. So the holidays, let's talk the holidays. What is the holidays? What kind of stuff you got?
I really love Christmas. Like I do. Like I was raised on Christmas and like holidays and it being like a fun, magical time. And then there was a period of time where it felt really crappy because I just saw consumerism and like a soulless plastic holiday.
Yeah.
And I didn't love it.
Because on the back end of it too, we have deep, like love nature, love the environment, want to protect it at all costs. So to see like massive production of one day of a year stuff that most of the time goes to waste and all the stuff that comes with it, it's like, yeah, it's a difficult time from that realm also.
Totally. And I started seeing through the veil of like, or giving presents to a whole bunch of people who don't care, who they're like, oh, that's amazing, but is it? And does it matter? And like giving gifts to little like younger people, nieces and nephews, and just seeing it lost in a pile of of garbage. It's really hard.
Hi, Trina.
Trina
Yeah.
and
And
Keela is over on Instagram. Next time we should put Instagram right there.
yeah,
We
I
still
like this
could.
angle though.
You still could.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Um, it is, and it's like it's a difficult thing because there's that part of it, and there's also the other part, which is giving is this activation of reciprocity. It's this activation of an abundance mentality. It's a activation of how we how we operate even in our businesses. So it's like these two things going on at the same time. It's like, oh man, this consumerism part, but there's also this reciprocity, giving, gratitude,
Right.
like part of it also.
I gave one year, I gave to all my extended family. I bought, I forget what site it was on. Oxfam, maybe. I
Yep.
gave chicken. You can buy
The chickens,
chickens,
goats,
goats, like farm aid
wells,
for people,
you know,
buy
like
wells,
wells.
water, things for people who need it rather than buying stuff that's not needed. And I really loved that. I don't know how well it was received. Like it was kind of like, oh, thanks. You know, like you give some like shitty little thing that's like an actual thing, and they're like, it's amazing. And you give something super, I give something super meaningful to me, and they're like, oh, and they didn't really say anything. And I realized like, oh, it's just different values. And I was
Yeah.
trying to push my values on other people, and I realized like, I'll just do that for myself. Like we just did a bunch of giving yesterday.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with actually doing those gifts and giving those out,
Giving to like charities and
giving to charities
organizations
and
that make
then
different.
gifting that to someone else. And the part about it that has to go away with it is the expectation of what they're going to think of it and the need for validation of it being something good or not. If we want to do it, we're going to freaking do it.
Totally. Hey, look, I just realized that on the other side of your chair over there, the lamp is like really weird.
Oh, yeah.
I'm this way an inch.
Like, what do you mean?
This way with your chair. Oh no, that way.
Yeah.
That way. There it is.
Oh, wow. Now I got this like glowing ore around the back.
He's got a glowing orb. Everybody in the comments say like orb glow or something. Say the word glow if you see Steven's glow. He's glowing. Anyway, so my relationship with giving and receiving gifts is kind of strange because like I don't love receiving things that I'm not going to use or whatever. So I do regift. If you regift, put regift in the comments down below. Meaning, if you seriously can't use something, I think it's totally okay. And as I learned when I studied yoga, the yogis, like the guru yogis, they would receive gifts like the fruit or whatever it is, they would receive that and immediately gift it. And I forget whose book it was. Maybe, anyway, somebody who studied with one of the gurus was so stoked and he like brought them a really special gift and the guru immediately gave it away right in front of him. And he was like offended and shocked. But in that culture, that's what they do. That's how you know that somebody has really received your gift because it's like immediately like given to the community, given to people who really need it. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think like for me, just in my life, I'm like, I know what I want. I know a lot of the things I want. Like, I don't want stuff to just have stuff. So when I get something, it's because I absolutely want that thing. And if it's not, I don't get it. So it's the same thing in the gifting one. Okay, here's a question for you. What is, and I don't have the answer to this yet, but what is the, like your most, I'm going to use this really poor grammar for it, your most favoritist gift ever
That I've received.
that you got like through all your lifetimes of
As
Christmas?
soon as you said it, it was like my Cabbage Patch Kid.
Ooh,
It was back in the 80s when moms would go to Zellers or wherever it was, and they would fight to
Yeah.
get a Cabbage Patch
Oh, yeah.
Kid. And my mom like lined up early and had to go in and make sure she got a Cabbage Patch Kid for me. Because it was like this craze. Everybody write the word Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch was a craze.
It was a
It
craze.
was like the Tickle Me Elmo craze.
And I wanted that Cabbage Patch Kid so bad. And it was like, there was a chance that we wouldn't get Cabbage Patch Kids because they were so like, they were like,
All I remember of
they were
them is their
scared.
heads kind of smelled like vanilla-y. And when my sister hit me with it, it really hurt. Like I remember those two things.
Yeah, because their bodies are
Like great
soft, but their
smell,
heads are firm.
hard head.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite gifts ever. Not because at the time when I was little, so I didn't really understand that she'd gone and like lined up and kind of had to like rush. And then I do remember her telling me like she got hers, but some ladies were like fighting over them.
Oh yeah.
So this is back in the 80s when there'd be like the blue light special in the aisles and there was no like ordering online. It was
Sears catalog.
Sears
Remember the
catalog.
Christmas wish book? Oh, it was the greatest time.
He lived out in
I
the
used to
country.
be so like Christmas was like, "Whoa,
It was
what?"
super magical.
Like it was ridiculous.
And I think it was so magical and then it got taken away
Ah.
by life and disappointment.
So,
What was your most favoritist gift ever?
one of the most favoritist gift ever. Oh, you know what it was? Snoopy snow cone maker.
Oh, you can still get those on eBay.
It was like
actual
ice cubes in, push the little thing,
somebody look it up.
crank it,
Oh yeah.
get some shavings out, and then put some kind of colored sweet stuff on it.
We could do
Greatest.
that with grape juice.
So
with
good.
like natural grape juice right now.
Yeah, it was like blue.
Snow cones. I
Snoopy
love
snow
snow
cone.
cones.
And then Transformers were always like,
You know who makes really good snow cones?
who?
Panama. People in Panama.
Interesting.
Who would know? Who would know that the best snow cones on the planet are in Panama?
Seems like it would be like amazing thing and then just turn into a watery like
No, it's like it's hot. Like picture yourself, you're in Panama City. It's a developing Latin country, but it's like more developed than all the other ones around it because of the Panama Canal. But it's like beautiful and the culture there is incredible and you're walking through the street and it's hot and there are like those Latin American buses that are painted all sorts of colors and the horns that go and there's guys in the streets with chunks of ice this big,
shave it off.
huge chunks, and they just like and they make these beautiful snow
That was a
cones
really
with,
good
like,
sound effect for that, by the way. It's like dialed in her sound effect for shave ice.
I know guys do better sound effects than women, but the shave ice one, and it's
Dialed.
literally called shave ice, and then there's like they have like
Sweetened condensed milk.
oh yeah, sweetened condensed milk and all sorts of colors that you probably shouldn't be putting in your body. But back in 20 some years ago, it was the tits. That's a saying I got from Stephen that I normally don't say on my own show. I say things on this show that I normally wouldn't say in the world because I'm with this guy. Okay,
Yeah.
so why were we talking about snow cones?
We're just
Oh,
talking
you
about
got that was your favorite gift ever.
gifts. Yeah. Okay. Next one is favorite location that's not where you were born, where you had a Christmas, like traveling or somewhere else.
Thailand.
Thailand.
It was one of my first Christmases away, I think. So that maybe that's what makes it so special and memorable. We were not you and me, but I'm replacing you in the memory. We were
She was with other people before me.
we had an amazing hut right on the beach that was like up almost like up on stilts. And yeah, it was like up on stilts. And so I had a little like staircase down to the beach. It was like this awesome little one room, like grass palapa hut thing with like a mosquito net inside and a bed and these little stairs that went out right onto the beach. And it was Thailand. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. Good location for Christmas.
Nice. Hey, did we do Bali Christmas? Were we there for Christmas
I
at all?
don't think it was Christmas, but we have done many Christmases in Joshua Tree in Southern California. Those are some of my favorites also, just like hanging. We would get each other, like we would just get one of my biggest socks because I have not his feet are bigger than mine, but I have these like fuzzy, like
Just show
cozy
your
reading
feet, it's
socks. I have these giant socks and we would like hang them on our window in our motorhome and stuff them full of cute things for each other. And those Christmases were really easy because it was just us and we're just like,
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty chilled out.
Okay.
Oh, see, he is moving it.
The sound is
I think
coming in and out, so let's try this. Okay.
that's a better look. He just moved the Instagram. I think that's a better location for the Instagram. Okay. What were we talking about?
Your favorite place away for Christmas?
Oh yeah, Thailand and just outside of in between Joshua Tree and Palm Springs.
I enjoyed podcasting with you.
Thank you.
That's
I
great.
told you
It's
would.
been like 4 or 5 years in the making.
Yeah,
We're here.
We're here.
We're here. That's all it counts.
Do you know why we didn't start earlier? because I wanted to do it right. I was like, we have to actually like talk about stuff. And he was like, no, we'll just put on a recording when we're just like in the kitchen and we'll talk if we want to. And I'm like, people will not sit there. Well, maybe they would, but they will not sit there and listen to like 2 minutes of nothing happening. They'll think something's wrong and they'll hang up the line. So,
Or just take a really good time to breathe and connect. Be like, whatever they're going to say next is
yeah.
going to be.
And that was before video. We were like, we would record stuff, but just record it on a phone. The sound isn't very good. And so yeah, you were always like,
Jumps up there.
yeah, it's way up there. You were always like, we're just gonna say whatever. This is my Steve voice. We're just gonna say whatever we want. And if we don't want to talk, we won't talk. And I was like, I'm not doing a show like that. That's gonna suck. And then
Good thing I sound like
and
that.
I've had a show for the last 6 years and have done hundreds of episodes and have become a successful entrepreneur.
Right?
And
Have you ever watched Joe Rogan's show?
watched a little bit. Listened, yes. Actually, and when it's on, no, I do watch. I'm like, I just watch him.
That's one of the things, podcasts that we watch, because it's like people.
Yeah, people want to watch people. That's the thing. It's like people want to see people doing weird stuff.
So Thailand.
Thailand. What about
Great.
it? Yeah, what was yours?
Mine? This was a good one, because it was the first time I went down to Arizona, and I was there for doing some golf stuff, and I was there in the winter. And I remember going to a friend's place at Christmas, his parents' place, and they had this like big Adobe style, like amazing house out in the desert. And then I remember it was like when
Oh, wait, your chair moved again.
I moved my chair.
Oh, you gotta move that lamp.
Well, because if I didn't, then when I sit here, I'm like, hey,
you gotta grab that lamp.
just got-
We're supposed to light up the back, but I'm like, all I had
Time.
all I have is a lamp. Just move it right behind or lay it down on the floor.
All right.
What were you saying? Okay, Adobe.
Yeah, this amazing place, and walk in, and I was like, I don't smell turkey. And they're like, no, we have something else. And they brought out like this long and like this big around king crab legs. And it was like pretty much unlimited amounts of king crab legs. And I just remember sitting there and being like, well, this beats turkey any day of the week.
This kid who grew up in the country.
Yeah.
In Canada was like,
So just had a king crab leg feast when I
leg.
used to eat meat. And
Say this 10 times fast. King crab leg Christmas.
king crab leg Christmas, king crab leg Christmas, king crab leg Christmas.
Try just king crab.
leg Christmas.
Try king crab Christmas. Everybody try it. King crab Christmas.
King crab. Yeah, that one's.
I seriously, I love tongue twisters and I will write them down. Also, I'm like, wait. King crab Christmas, cream crab. Okay, let me try. King crab Christmas, cream crab Christmas. Okay, you try again.
What are we saying again?
King crab Christmas.
King crab Christmas. I can barely say it when I'm doing it slow with nothing. King crab Christmas. King crab Christmas. Nope.
Okay, somebody write it in the comments if you can do it. Why is the camera over like there?
What do you mean?
See how the edge of the screen on that side? Oh no, on that side. What's up with that? We're getting our set perfected and our nope, other way. There. I think that's going to be right. Oh, that's too much. There we go. Okay. That's better.
Look.
See? Because
I feel like I should have a pipe or something right here.
Because we care, everybody.
Just I don't know. I just feel like I need a pipe. Maybe it'll be my thing.
It'll be his thing.
Can't tell you what's in the pipe, but
so okay, what else? How do you I did a show on this and a solo episode on this earlier in the week about like how to actually get through the holidays when you're spending time with people you don't normally spend time with. How do you do it?
That's a good question. How do we get through this? Okay, so a couple things come to mind.
All of you also put in the comments what you do.
Yeah, a couple things come to mind. One is, regardless of where I go, I maintain my morning routine. I have a routine that I do in the morning. I get up and I have the stuff that I do, and it is no matter where I am or what I have going on, because there's consistency in it. Number two, I bring my own pillow wherever I go, so I still have my pillow and I can maintain that part of it too. I control what I can control and pretty much let go of the rest.
I didn't used to care about pillows. Like
when
we first met, I was like, why does this guy like take his pillow with him? I'll just sleep on whatever pillow. And now I'm like worse than you. I'm like, oh, he'll
I
be
only
like,
have
what are
one
you
pillow.
doing? And I'll be like, I'm making my pillow perfect.
Yeah. I only have one pillow. It's a buckwheat pillow. It goes with me. It's like this big. It goes with me everywhere because no matter where we travel, I consistently can have this pillow and a buckwheat pillow. This is a buckwheat pillow ad. If you have nothing for Christmas, get yourself a buckwheat pillow because
I had a
it
buckwheat
stays
pillow.
cool.
I had a buckwheat
You
pillow.
never have, I never have to turn it when it's hot and like sleeping on
It's great.
garbage or a
Yeah, you don't want to sleep on
duck or something.
synthetic materials. Sleeping on synthetics is really crappy. Oh, it's super pretty out right now. Look
Yeah,
at it.
it's super
The
pretty.
sky is
We
beautiful.
have behind us is a lake view. Like pretty much all this is a lake view.
All that. Okay, where were we? Pillows. I had a buckwheat pillow before buckwheat pillows were cool.
Yeah.
But over the last couple of years, I find that like I can't get comfortable. And so now I've got like 6 pillows. One in the middle, a little neck roll, side ones, another one. Like it's just like I have to
Oh
try to
yeah,
figure
you're
out a
like,
way to be
she's like
comfortable.
kind of in pillow heaven.
Pillow heaven because my neck and my shoulders were hurting
Yeah.
from regular pillows, and then they were hurting even on my buckwheat. I think because it was too high. And then like lately, if I put my head on a buckwheat pillow, it'll be hard on my ear and a little bit crunchy. And if I can hear sounds like when I'm trying to sleep, I can't. I can't. I need a silent pillow. So I stuffed a pillow with organic cotton.
And millet.
Millet didn't work. It makes that tiny little sound like cuttlefish under the ocean when you're snorkeling. It's like
Such a good sound.
I'm in the sounds today. So I can't sleep like that. I'm just like, stop it. And same thing with you. If he's snoring, I'm like,
Yeah.
stop it.
Okay, what about you?
What were we talking about?
We'll get to another question after. It's so pretty
It's so
outside right
pretty
now.
outside right now.
Your get through the holiday
Oh, how
thing.
do I get through? You said, well, I want to go back to this. You said you do your morning routine.
Morning
How do I?
routine.
Can you tell everybody like
Core 4.
in less than 2 minutes what your morning routine is?
Yeah, my
Because
morning
otherwise it could
routine
take an
is
hour. He could do a workshop on how to create a powerful morning routine. But anyway, what's your morning routine overview?
morning routine overview in less than a minute.
2 minutes. I don't know.
Okay, great. Yeah, what's this I'm used to minute cycles on stories.
Yeah.
Um,
We've got as much time.
morning routine. Get up at 5:30.
Can you tell that I don't
Meditate.
get up at that moment?
I do this for multiple reasons. One is because I need my space in the morning to be able to, I need a time in the day that I can do the thing. And when the life gets going and the business gets going, it doesn't happen. So
And that's what's so beautiful
I
about
need
the
to
fact that you get up like before
yeah,
anybody else is up.
get up at 5:30, sit down and meditate, hit a timer for like 22 minutes right now. And I'm building on it because for some reason right now, like being in meditation, like I used to be able to do an hour and now 20 minutes right now feels sometimes like tooth pulling. So I'm
Did
just
you hear
like,
somebody recently say meditate like in the middle of the day or the end of the day?
yeah, but I'm doing this first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Because it's all out of the way.
Yeah.
Meditate immediately because I'm still kind of in that state. I do a stack, which is this thing I use to be able to really like decipher what's going on in my life about something.
It's where you're dropping into learning about the triggers that are happening in your life.
Yeah, it's
the
an app I
emotions,
use.
all the things. It's not about the app. It's about the fact that you are using a tool
Yeah.
to drop into your emotions and your self-realization. And that has changed you over the last year.
Yeah, because what it does is it allows me to like, if I'm triggered by something or something that's causing me to be angry or frustrated or whatever it is, I do a stack on it. And what it means is all of us have rules and stories and laws, beliefs that hold our little paradigm of who we think we are in the middle, right? That's who we think we are. And if I want to go somewhere different, if you want to have something different in life, this little thing can't get there. So we have to break it apart, break out the stories and break out the facts and break out the feelings and break out all the stuff that's going on and decipher what's happening so I can actually see what's going on and I can actually make the change and get the lesson and the revelation to be able to put myself into action to where I want to go. So that's the second thing that happens. Meditate, stack.
If you want Stephen to show you how to stack, type the word stack.
Yeah,
in
type the word
comments
stack.
down below.
Then I do a gratitude message to my wife, a gratitude message to someone else every day.
Every day. Let me get this. Every day, everybody, I receive from Stephen
Every day.
a personal love note. Look at this. A personal love note from Stephen every single freaking day for the last year.
Year and a half.
A little over a year. Not a year now. And it's
Year and a quarter.
Okay, agree to disagree.
Over a year.
Over a year, a little over a year. And it has started to rebuild trust and build like my knowing that you're going to follow through.
Mhm.
And my knowing that you're not just going to be like, oh, I'm like appreciating you for a minute and then not. It's just like every single day you're doing things that are completely life-changing. And I don't know, any of you out there who are married or in a committed relationship, when your partner starts to do this for you, especially as a woman who's, I'm just going to go here.
Yeah, go.
Go. This is where the breakthroughs happen. Go.
Do it. Hit him with it.
If you're a woman leader who is in a position of power, meaning you're a creator, you make decisions, you have a business of your own, you are a leader in the world or a leader in some way, and you outproduce your husband, it's going to throw your power dynamic off.
It's spicy.
And it's not going to be spicy. It's going to be like,
Yeah, let's be like pumpkin juice.
It's going to be like pumpkin juice. It's neither good nor bad. And that's the danger of being a powerful woman leader and a creator and an entrepreneur and like somebody who's a mover and a shaker and a dreamer and a go-getter. For a lot of my life, I could never find a man who matched me in that. They were always like a little bit like they weren't into that. And I make up the story that for them, it wasn't like attractive to have a woman who was like, I'm making money, I'm going for it, and I'm in my power and I'm doing big things, that they're like, ooh, I make up a story that was intimidating. And then we met. He wasn't intimidated by it. And yet, throughout the course of our relationship, me being a stronger creator, a stronger leader, and the income producer has thrown off the power dynamic in our relationship.
Big time.
And yes, there's a whole thing of like, I don't subscribe to traditional roles. That's fine. But when you're in the relationship and you actually feel it, it's totally a different world. I could like feel like, wait a minute, I don't know that he's got me. And that's masculine, feminine. Like you all do you, but I freaking want my man to be able to freaking hold me and hold the energy for me. And when I'm like a wildcat, powerful creator, he's got to be 10 times that to hold me. And so we had some troubles. Why were we talking about this?
Because
this is the show where we reveal all.
Because it's real. It's real.
It's real.
And
oh, you were talking about the stack.
Yeah, and it's still like we're still working and navigating through it. Like it's still a thing where it's like that's why I have this like morning routine and there's morning things, because there's a place that for sure, and there's other things that have to happen, but there's a place for sure that I can consistently have these things every single day that help me increase my capacity to show up, because she's not going to pull back. Every man wants a powerful entrepreneurial woman until they've realized they have to step their shit up. I made a post on this. You can go find it on Instagram.
It's true. Every man wants a woman who's in her power until he realizes that it's going to, next to her, he's going to look like a freaking kitten.
Yeah.
And no man wants to look like a tiny little kitten next to a powerful tigress.
Yeah. Hey, Griffin, I got to get that water.
Okay, go get that water. I need some too. So yeah, no man wants that. And yet for a lot of our relationship, I would like pull myself down because I was like, if I really go, I really do what I want to do and I really lead in the way that I know is possible for me, the gap between us will get so huge that he won't be able to bridge it. And I'm not going to bridge it. It's not for me to bridge. I was bridging it in my way. I was like pulling you up or like saying like, come and providing things and like all this freaking stuff. I was bridging my half of the gap way and he wasn't. And came a point where I was like, you got to step up or
yeah,
step
it affects
out.
Intimacy. It affects sex. It affects it's great in the dynamics of a business that works, because there is, because we can just like do the work, but then in terms of a relationship, a marriage, having like feeling powerful as an individual, like there's so many, It's not saying that somebody like it's not saying you can't outproduce. It's just saying if that's the case, then the other areas have to be dialed up so much to be able to make up for it.
Yeah, like your body, your ability to lead us.
Yeah, Operation Beast Mode
He's
2024.
it's happening. It's happening, everybody. He's like in the gym, in his home gym every morning, just like lifting huge weights, and I can hear it. And I'm like, yeah. So in order to shift that power dynamic, that if you're a man and you've got a powerful woman, or if you're a woman and you want your man to step up, like the things he needs to do are to have the things that he could do that will shift the dynamic, make more money than you, make more decisions and lead more than you, have a stronger, fit as frick body, and
Oh, there will be swearing on this, by the way.
fit as fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you. And like just be so tapped in.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago, you weren't that. And I was like, you're not showing up
No,
for us.
it's true.
We're getting real here.
It's look at outside right now.
It's
Ridiculous.
so beautiful out.
Okay, so back to the morning
It's because
routine
the
thing.
sun is like in the
Yeah, it's
sky
so good.
setting. It's beautiful.
Meditate, stack, gratitude to my wife,
Oh
gratitude
yeah,
to
that's
somebody
what
else.
started this conversation. Is he's been doing these gratitude, love messages for the last little over a year.
Yep.
And taking me on dates pretty consistently. We haven't been on one in
Last
over
month.
last month.
Week.
It slipped and I noticed.
Yeah, I noticed too.
But like taking me on dates, gratituding on me, and also there's a powerful thing that you say, and all guys need to know this one, has made the hugest difference. He says, "You're right. I'm sorry." And that's shifted things because often as women who are in a leadership position, we're like trying to tell you like, hey, if you just do this, it'll shift this thing because we can see it. Like we have more gray matter where that connects the hemispheres of our brains. So we're like, I can see what you should do. And you're just like, don't tell me what to do. But I'm like, if you do this thing, it'll be amazing. And you're like, stop telling me what to do. And so when you came to me and you went, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm not, and it's not about you being more passive. It's not that at all. Like you were in your power, strong,
Yeah.
stable, alpha, going for it. And then you came to me and it's like, I'm sorry.
Because oftentimes for men, what seems like strength is weakness, and what seems like weakness is strength. To be able to be in that position, to be like, you know what? 99.9% of the time, you're right. It takes me 5 days to actually figure that out. A lot of the times,
And you'll come back to me 5 days
getting
later
lower
and
and
be
lower.
like,
Sometimes it's only a half an hour now.
Yeah.
Victory lap. But there's humility, like going through the stages of it's going to go through like shame and humiliation, all these things to get to humility, to be like, wait, I'm married to a really smart, powerful woman who has like the capacity to come up with amazing ideas. How about we just listen?
Yeah. 99% of the time, your wife is right.
It's true.
It's true.
Hey guys, that's true.
And then for you to be with, or for you and all guys, like to be with a woman who is a leader, you have to do 10 times more than a normal guy would do.
Yep.
In terms of showing up for her, making decisions, being in your power, making strategic moves, making money moves, being fit and healthy. Like you have to lead that so much because I'm holding so much.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be this thing that happens over consistency over time. Can I show up, show up, show up, show up, show up? So can I show up for myself? So my morning routine is, can I show up consistently for myself, which will mean I can show up consistently other places. So meditate, stack, gratitude, gratitude. Then I go to my gym and I do a 30-minute to 60-minute workout. Like every single day.
He created his own home gym, and I think it's the best. Like you're having so much fun.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to create a garage gym. We
it.
finally have a garage to do it in.
Yep. Then drink some greens, just some greens, just consistently drinking something, not trying to take something away, but add something in, more of the good stuff in. And then I study some form of marketing, sales, closing, business of some kind to do with what I'm building, and do a video or a post or a write of something on that. every single day, core 4 every morning.
And then you have that stuff done and you've already won your day.
Yeah, and then I do my add-on thing. I do breathing, cold shower, get ready to go, make a smoothie, roll.
He makes us a smoothie. And when I come down where our days overlap, I make us a ginger shot, the lemon part of the cacao shot, and morning drinks.
Yep.
Our morning like lemon ginger power drink for the morning.
Yep.
So we kind of like, and he makes us the smoothie. So we have 2 shots, a morning drink, and a smoothie. If you want to know the ingredients to all these things that we have, just type the word drink or DM us. Drink.
Yeah.
Type the word drink.
Drink.
We don't drink alcohol, so we won't get confused as to what that means. Neither we don't drink it because we just don't freaking like it.
No.
The sky is bonkers outside right now.
And the reason for having a morning routine that happens all the time it happens, is because I don't want to be the same I am right now next year. So what is it? Our life is just routine. We're all doing routines. We're all doing things, even if it's unconscious or whatever it is. You have patterns and routines that you do right now. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
If you want something different, if I want something different, then I have to put in these routines that's actually going to propel me forward in it. So if I hit them every single day on a small incremental level, I can trick my system into not even thinking a change is happening, but change over a long period of time. It's ridiculous.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, look at this. I'm storying this right now. So those of you who want to go check my story so you can see the view that we're checking out. And
yeah.
There we go.
Instagram.
Instagram. Boom. This is like it's an Instagram moment.
Well, this moment is brought to you by the ridiculousness that's happened outside of the
in the middle of our show. There you go. Okay. We're just in the middle of a show and we're both stopping to story.
Yeah,
so you can all take a breath.
It's our show. We can do whatever we want.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah. So you do your morning routine no matter what.
No matter
where,
no matter what.
I think I need to implement that more because we'll go and be with family and I'll just like get up and like be with them. And it's an old habit. Like I have some old habits that didn't give me the healthiest life and didn't give me the most power and didn't like put me in the greatest position. And if I go and be around people who I have been around, there's a certain way that I show up, and that's actually challenging. It makes me exhausted by the end of the day because I'm like, I'm showing up in a way that is how that old version of me showed up. Right.
It's got to be like the put your oxygen mask on first.
Yeah. So I like this. So when we go, like my morning routine maintains, which is I get up, I meditate. I do. Well, I know actually my first thing that I do is I do Om chanting. I do breath work. I Om chant with my I have this steel little tongue drum. I want to get I have big handpan again. Anyway, I Om chant because I feel like it just like calms my nervous system. You'd think after waking up that I'd be like all relaxed, but I feel like I wake up and I'm like, so because it's like, okay, I'm ready to go. So I have started just chanting again, or just like you can just hum and it just feels good. I do some breath work and then I do alternate nostril breathing. I'll show you all how to do that. And that just like actually sets my nervous system for the day. And then I'll do like a couple of poses of yin yoga, just like whatever needs it. Because in the morning is when you're supposed to do yin yoga. And that's when it feels best too. It'll be like, oh, like whatever. Like body's not the same as it was 20 years ago. So I'll do that. And then I'll go make our morning drinks and our morning shots. And I'll usually see Stephen in the kitchen. And then I'll go and do my exercise. I ride a bike, or the what's it called? The assault bike.
The assault
bike. And I do
Airdyne.
And then I do some like strength stuff with bands or little weights.
Yeah.
And then I get ready. And sometimes I'm getting ready while we're listening to a training. Like we usually put on some kind of a training to up level our own skills every day.
Every morning.
So we can do that over the holidays. That's what the question was. It's like, how do you get through your like morning routine? It stays the same. If y'all want to know more details about like the breakdown of like how to do the things in our morning routine, just type in routine and we'll see what we can get for you.
Yeah, so maintaining a morning routine.
Okay, what's mine?
Oh, and the second one is,
Oh, you got this. He's got a
yeah, I
good
got a
one.
second piece with it, which is let go of the need to change anybody and just show up with them.
That was gonna be what I was gonna
Oh,
say.
really? Go on it
No,
then.
yeah, you too. Like that's the thing is I think
You know.
I know. I'm editing myself because I want to say something about you. You used to show up and like want to change people and like coach your family and change them. And it was like,
Because I want them to be different.
just stop. Just
I've
like,
always wanted them to be different.
yeah,
The way I wanted to, like, I'm like, wait, I can see this thing or this. And it's like, time out for a second. They're not
they're not,
clients.
yeah, they're not clients. They're not asking for
It's
it.
just like a habit to be like, hey, guess what? If you're in my world, I'm going to up level you.
Yeah. But just by your presence, not because you're like, oh, you should do this and
Yeah.
you should do this. And I'm like, don't be that guy who's like pushing your stuff on other people. And they're like, eh. I learned this from Lisa Nichols about 10 years ago. She was like, don't try to change your family. Just be you there. Like, just for me, it's like, just be little Lizzie, and that's okay. And that's like a total mind, like, oh, rather than being, there is like a, I'm not going to give up my routine. And like, I don't need to be who I was. That's one end of the spectrum. And then the other end of the spectrum is like, I'm gonna change them to fit me. And then like there's this beautiful middle way, the middle way, which is just be you with them. Like just be the you, even be the you that they know you to be, because they are in a different world than you. And that's like there's compassion there when it's like, oh, like I'm just gonna be present with you. I'm just gonna like last time we were with my parents, I just sat there when my dad told me stories that he told me before multiple times. I just sat there as he told me the stories again. And then I heard some stories that I'd never heard before because I actually sat there for long enough to just listen to his stories. And it's like, that's okay. And there's beauty and compassion and love in that, and just being present with what other people are going to say, not with the agendas that we want to put on them.
Real
It's like
presence.
it's just like, hey, what do you have to tell me? And then we get quiet more,
Mhm.
and it's actually very relaxing.
Real, real presence is giving presence, which means like letting,
Okay, wait. Real presence is
yeah,
giving your
is
presence.
giving your presence because people just want to be heard,
Yeah.
and it's 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 presence without checking out. It's presence without wishing that thing would end. It's presence without having the agenda. It's just presence with whatever it is. It's just like these are people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just presence.
I think
Presence is the ultimate
present.
presence.
I think that's the ultimate, that's the best tip is like maintain some kind of you.
We'll let you know next week how that
Yeah,
went.
when we come back, we're going to be like, oh, guys, it didn't work.
She went sideways quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like maintain some level of your own self and your own routine when you're
Mm.
going to stay with other people or be with family or whatever it is. And then surrender to the beingness with them. If it means like doing stuff that you wouldn't normally do so that you can be with them or whatever it is, it's just like, just be present. And I think that that's really beautiful. And accept that you might be different, but you're connected by the people who birthed you, or you're connected by family, like whatever it is, you're connected by family, and just love them. And yeah, it's family's an interesting one. I've had some challenges over the last few years.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing that we all just went through over the past few years, and y'all know what it is. It created some rifts and some challenges in a lot of people's lives, and I'm still feeling the effects of it.
Yep.
Yeah. So the holidays are especially hard for me because I have brokenheartedness with somebody that is not yet healed, and I don't know what to do about it.
At this particular moment,
Surrender.
we give it all,
Give it all.
give you all, everyone and everything.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anything else?
What else do we do? I want to have fun.
Yeah.
Like my intention is like, look, your phone just went low battery. You got to press that. My intention is to have fun and enjoy and just like, let's just go have fun.
Yeah,
And
play.
yeah, let's go have
Oh,
fun and be play. I want to play games. I want to go for walks. I want to like just have fun
Just
and
hang out and play.
yeah. Yeah.
Take time off. It's
That's
another one
huge.
too. It's just take time off.
Yeah. We were
Like,
taking like
if you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna want to work because you're like there's the thing in there like I gotta work because whatever the thing is, it's like space has to be in there,
totally does.
especially during the holidays.
Yeah. That's why I'm excited. Like we always have an integration week, which is a full week off of meetings and clients and teaching. And we can catch up on business stuff. Plus we can also take like 2 4-day weekends and do a little bit in the midst of there. Or sometimes it's fully off, but right now we get it full off. And then there's the week after as well. Remember that, because you said you were going to be working on some of your Becoming Legends work.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. There's Christmas. There's the weekend between Christmas and New Year's. And then there's the week after that's the actual like integration work week.
Oh yeah.
So we can take a lot of time off next week.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go sledding with my brother.
He's going to go sledding. I'm going to take my mom shopping.
I'm going to sit and look out the window at the lake.
This lake.
This lake.
Yeah, we're gonna chill.
When we're back here.
We're gonna journey. We're gonna relax.
Do some journeys.
We're going to peace out. When we're visiting, I want to do an interview with my mom. I want to interview her for my entrepreneurial show. I want to do like a full 1 hour interview. I've been thinking about it for the last couple of years, and I'm like, she's one of the coolest entrepreneurs ever. And she's hilarious. She loves social media.
Oh, yeah.
She made her social media debut with us. I was holding my phone and she was like on video. And I was like, I thought she might like go like, no, don't put the camera on me. I put the camera on her and she's like instantly talking to everybody. She's like, this is how you make a bow. Because we were doing Christmas stuff. She's like, this is how you make a bow. And I was like, you're the most adorable person on the planet.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to spend just quality time with them and a bunch of people we're going to go spend quality time with over the next week. And we're going to chill out.
And we're going to chill out.
And that's important too. Like, don't go visit family and then instantly go back to work. We're going to have just as much visiting time as we're going to have time just to peace out in our own home and be chilling out, having hot tubs and baths and massages and rest.
Oh, yeah, we got a
movies
massage coming.
and episodes of Vikings,
Yep.
which is my new obsession. I probably shouldn't watch it at night because it's pretty intense, but it's really cool because it's like, that's what actually happened.
Yeah, it's trippy.
Like, those people were freaking savage.
Like way savage.
Way savage.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
All right, everybody.
We're wrapping up.
We are coming
I get the wrap up vibe from you.
We
right
are
now.
coming to the end of
Let's,
our
like, wrap
show.
this up.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of episode number 2. Can you believe it?
Numero
2 episodes in the books.
Spanish and French.
And now we have a new name for it, Power Couples.
That's for now.
For now.
What should we call our show? Put it in the comments down below. What do you think we should call our show? Yeah, look forward to more weekly episodes with you and with all of you. So power it up, everybody. What's going to be our sign off?
Oh, we need a sign off.
We need a sign off.
Okay, give us a second. This is where the silence is going to happen. Powerful silence.
I opened my eye and peeked.
That's why it didn't work. You peeked.
I peeked.
We don't have a sign off at the moment. We'll come with a sign. Here's the sign off. Until next time.
Until next time. Keep being amazing out there. Doesn't sound good. You got this.
You go get it.
Go and get it. Go get it. Get
Or
it.
what was it? How'd you like
How'd you certain things we cannot say. Certain things we can say. We can swear if we want to, but there are certain things we cannot say.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you all. Catch you next time. You gotta press the button. Not everybody will press this button first.
Okay.
So you don't like just give them a junk shot.
Here. Yeah, just a junk shot. We just end our show with.
Oh God. Bye everybody. We love you.
Maybe.
Okay.